Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, guys. The modern NBA certainly owes a debt to those 7 seconds or less Phoenix Suns of the early 2000s. Steve Nash at the controls, Amari Stoudemire at the rim, and Shawn Marion doing some of everything. Most teams just couldn't keep up. And Kevin, it was clear they set the trend for the pace and space style that we see today.
So exciting to see. No doubt about it, David. Thanks. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Suns, Ayton is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Lee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Now here's Jones. He can't get that one. Good D by Lee. And here's Phoenix. Bridges outside. Fires the 3. The shot comes out. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Williamson trying to free himself up. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Williamson.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
No good from Lee. Here's McCollum. Phoenix grabs the miss. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
We talk a lot about shot selection, and we saw why. You want to avoid empty possessions.
Passes it to Williamson. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
Unbelievable hang time, giving the crowd its money's worth. Go ahead, Zion.
And they're bringing you up close and personal at the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Jones. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. Williamson, the pass to Valanciunas. Just 5 on the clock. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Paul for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
First team foul.
McCollum against Booker. Williamson up top. He's coming off a 19-point game against Dallas. Puts it up from 17. They get it back. Out to Ingram. Takes the 3. Goes up with it again. And that one's good. Williamson.
Great recognition of the defense. Zion took what the offense gave him and knocked it down.
Took him no time at all on that one. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Jones. And here's McCollum for 3. And Lee pulls it down. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Here's Booker. From down in the low post, it goes. Booker's got 5 points so far. With the regular season just getting started, what's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers?
Let me tell you, Kevin, the speed of the pro game is startling. And things are happening so fast, it can take years for the game to slow down.
When you have the size that Valanciunas has, there aren't many people getting in the way of your dunk.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Here's McCollum. Last game we saw him score 13. Here's Valanciunas. And he banks in the layup. He's got 6. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Jones finds Williamson. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Zion Williamson has a very unique game and body. When you look at him on the floor, what do the optics, Steve, tell you about him?
Well, my eyes tell me he's like Shaq, the big diesel, because few guys in NBA history can just out-muscle their opponents. Skill-wise, at that size, he is one of one.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Suns 5th.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Marshall, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Booker, following the score by New Orleans. Crowder from outside. Kicks it out to Booker. Drains the 3-pointer. Booker's got 11 points.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Ingram passes to Nance. He gets it in there.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Here's Booker, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
Here's Alvarado. Payne covering, and the basket by Murphy.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Marshall. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He kicks it to Murphy. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Marshall. 6 to shoot. The 17-footer. Here's Nance. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Nance has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
New Orleans in the lead. Here's Alvarado. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. Here's Ingram. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Suns go the other way with it, and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Ingram wide open. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Here's Booker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Booker's got 15.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Over in the corner, Marshall. And the Pelicans miss again.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
From T. Johnson, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Pass to Murphy. Marshall deciding where to go with it. And here's Ingram from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Now Now here's Ingram. His last outing with 20 points. To the left side wing. Three, Marshall connects from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. By McCollum, and so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Suns.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Phoenix leading by 7. You've got DeAndre Ayton. Devin Booker out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. And here's McCollum after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The shot's good from Paul.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Booker against McCollum. Williamson right side. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
And it's Phoenix's ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Ayton, the pass to Booker. His three-pointers off the mark. Pelicans trail by 16. And great, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Now, here is Murphy. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot, Hernan Gomez finds McCollum. Here's Williamson. Unable to get that one. The Suns go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. Here's Ayton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Suns lead by 14.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans. The Suns making a change here. Charge is checked in.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here. Coming off a terrific season. 4th in field goal percentage. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Here's Valanciunas.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Here's Ayton. Larry Nance making his last shot. Now McCollum. No points in the game yet for him. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nance kicks to Valanciunas. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills. This Pelicans team is interesting because they haven't been fully healthy. If they can keep everyone healthy, they can be a force.
Now here's Paul. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. Jones against Bridges. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Phoenix leading by 10. Health is at the top of the list, you're right. And about the Pelicans, Smitty, they've had some bad luck in recent years regarding injuries, haven't they?
Yes, starting with Zion, Kevin. Out most of last year, it really hurt them. But they got a lot of leadership on this team. If they can pull it all together, they'll be fine.
Here's McCollum. After the basket by Dario Saric. And it's Ingram missing. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by McCollum. Outside, Green. Out to the right wing. Paul for three. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
There's the pass to Valanciunas. And here's McCollum for three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now Ingram. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Back to Ingram. A three ball. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his fifth rebound in this one.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Fourth, DeAndre Ayton.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Suns here with a different look. Crowder, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Green. Damian Lee, he's checked in for Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. Pelicans trail by 15. Nance outside. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Good on the triple. You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes.
Marshall with it. Johnson on him. Pass to Alvarado. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Suns. Crowder from outside. Alvarado grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 12. To the middle. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. It's going to be on Sharich.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
The first free throw is good. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
He hits both from the stripe.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got 9 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And it's Ingram missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Lee outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. In the corner, it's Ingram. Beyond the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Sharich has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Alvarado. Ingram passes to Alvarado. Left side, Nance. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. 9 points in the game so far.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Absolutely. Just when you think you've got a good flow going as a scorer, he'll come and shut your water off.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Here's Crowder. Zion Williamson making his last shot. The shot's good. Crowder's got 5 points so far.
He's so strong. Jay Crowder overcoming physical defense with great power and body control.
Pass to Marshall. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And it's Williamson missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And now the Pelicans on the break. Ball's knocked loose. Alvarado missed it, even after all those chances. Here's Payne. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Well, tonight they've had...
And with one half in the books, let's take a glance at some of the other games in progress around the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers right now trailing the Timberwolves out in Minneapolis, and they're in a difficult situation in the third quarter.
This one has not been close. Nothing to see here but carnage.
And now switching gears to our featured game, a phenomenal first half for the Phoenix Suns.
This offense has been off the charts good. I mean, we're seeing player movement, ball movement, guys are getting in the right spots and spacing on the floor.
Just an incredible first half display. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4, and Valanciunas at the 5. And it's McCollum in at the 1.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
And Booker kicks to Lee. Back to Booker. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Willie. Oh!
Yes! Yes! They just can't get stops against this guy. Zion too strong and too athletic.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. McCollum with the ball, now guarded by Booker. Jones, no luck. Suns leading by 17. Bounce pass from Paul. For 3, Bridges. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead. Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Paul for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Paul with the steal. Here's Lee. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton, with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time. I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. Over McCollum, and there's Bridges on the assist by Booker. Bridges has got 5 now.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason break.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
3-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. 8 points for him.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his 2nd.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Green's checked in for the Suns. And then for New Orleans, Hernan Gomez comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Larry Nance is subbed in for Williamson. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Sinks the triple. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Here's McCollum. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Kicks it out to McCollum. From 12 feet out. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. Green inside, covered by Nance. And that one's good. Green.
And this is CP3's game. He's all about trying to get his teammates involved.
Bridges against Ingram. And another turnover here by New Orleans. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. 4th, the Suns.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
And here's Green outside. Can't hit that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge.
Ingram at the elbow. And slam dunk by Ingram.
With that impressive wingspan, Brandon Ingram can sure make plays above the rim.
For 3, Bridges gets the three-pointer to fall. Bridges has got 11 points.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Pass to Nance to the right side. And it's Alvarado missing. Phoenix has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointer since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Here's Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Ayton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And that one is good. Ingram's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Amazing how Ingram has emerged as one of the league's best scorers.
And the Suns here with a different look. Sharch checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Crowder comes in for Green. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. And a change for the Pelicans. Marshall, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And he stays with it. Crowder finds Booker. Shot clock at 6. Traps in the tray. Booker's got 23.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Back to Ingram. Murphy, a screen on Booker. And that one's good. Ingram.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And checking out numbers for Booker, he's coming off an excellent season. He was around 26 points a game last year, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Outside Murphy. It's hauled in by the Suns. Sharch has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. From deep, Johnson, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And Nance kicks to Murphy. Here's Marshall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight. And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8 pick and Dyson Daniels, the Bells added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
Side Murphy. Sharge grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
He dishes it to Booker. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Through with the ball. Nance sets a screen for Ingram. Over Booker. And it's Ingram missing.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Crowder sets a screen for Booker. Off target with his 3. New Orleans gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Alvarado passes to Marshall. Over Payne. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Marshall's got 7 points. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Fade away. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Phoenix ahead, opening up a huge gap. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here are the Pelicans now. Lee out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Green, and it's Landale in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Daniels passes to Hayes for 3. Marshall. It's hauled in by the Suns. Here's a Kogi. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Pelicans shooting about 42% so far. Now here's Hayes, guarded by Green. Hayes with the screen for Graham. Sinks the three-pointer. Graham's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for New Orleans.
Clever play by Devontae Graham. He has the defense wondering what happened with that pick and roll.
Here's Shamet. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
No good from Hernan Gomez.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Shamet, the pass to Green. Back to Shamet. Over to the wing. Pocket 6. They set the pick. It's deflected. Graham surveying the floor. From the arc. Rebound by Okogie. Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Shoots over Graham. Green, no luck. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Graham kicks to Hernan Gomez. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. High arcing shot. That shot off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Taken away by Hayes. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Marshall dishes to Daniels. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
Shamet finds Lee. Here's Landale. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. New Orleans has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Down low, here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Though Devontae is a natural-born scorer, he's developed into a solid playmaker as well.
Shamet the pass to Okogie. A 3-pointer off the mark. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the pass to Daniels. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Shooting for New Orleans. Daniels, 2 shots. Timeout for New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. That free throw good from Daniels. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Both free throws good from Daniels.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Ball against Jones. Passes it to Booker. Over McCollum. That one's off. Still out of sync. And stolen by Booker. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
New Orleans ball.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
For the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram.
And here are the Pelicans now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Williamson kicks to McCollum. Up top, Valanciunas. And Jones has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for McCollum from outside off the mark. Suns leading by 21. Booker outside. There's the dish to Paul. Back to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 27 points.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Here's Jones, and there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Pass to Paul. And the media is able to vote on awards like all rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hand.
Williamson, basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
One shot.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
Pass to Booker. To the left wing. Ayton finds Booker. Tries it from 9. And that's off the glass and in. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Here's McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
They throw good, McCollum.
After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last 3 years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
Led the league in percentage from the line a few years ago. C.J. McCollum dialed in.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. A shot by Paul, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
The pass to McCollum. Takes a 3. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. The lead is 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Phoenix.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Devin Booker.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Booker's got 31 points.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And it's Williamson missing. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
and their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Booker outside. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.